Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 99.
99.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
Great place for Mother's Day gifts coming up soon. And hopefully we'll be finally getting over there this week to pick up some goodies.
And we're going to be leading off with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Right, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. They had a big event. Unfortunately, we weren't included in that. But we do have some friends. A good friend, actually, Deb Wills, recorded all this great footage, which I put together here, and we're going to talk about it. We just watched it together for the first time just now, so we're going to talk about what we're seeing, and starting off here with the interactive queue.
See, again, we haven't done this, so sometimes these interactive queues tend to slow guests down, so it'll be interesting to see when we go if that is the case.
Right. So we're only reacting to what we see. And I've talked to Deb and other people who have been on the ride, so I kind of have an idea a little bit more than Denise might. So anyway, we'll tell all that. Here we go. We're going into the vault.
And everybody's enjoyed it.
Yeah, everybody loved it. We've heard nothing but good things. I can't wait to go on it. I'm very excited to. Hopefully we'll get there for soft openings soon.
I hope so.
Although we did book a Fastpass for the first day, which is May 28th.
I probably can't still ride with my cast for a couple
we'll
of weeks,
see.
but we're
Everyone
getting
says
closer.
you. So this is a cool little game. You spin these barrels full of gems, and if you get all of the barrels spinning at the same time, and you look up, you see this nice little video display with Snow White and all the dwarfs. I think that's really cool.
But if you only had like one person, let's say you're the first one on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train that day.
You could still do it if you're really fast. If you just start spinning.
You'd have to go to each barrel.
Yes, that looks like interesting. So all right, we're on the ride already. This is a
dark.
nighttime ride.
Yeah.
And what we did is edited a couple rides together to get all the best scenes. So you're going to see all the scenes from the ride here.
And we have the video up where you can hear all the sounds.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to watch. We'll link to the video with the sounds. And again, we thank Deb for providing that for us.
Disney did a video that made it look boring, but this does not make it look boring if you hear all the, the tracks and everything.
I don't know. They didn't. They just had it mounted straight on the front of the car. So I don't know if they made it. I don't think they intended to make it look boring. But it's better when you're actually panning and seeing all the scenes.
Right. Well, I was like, maybe it's not good, but everybody loves it. So.
And here it is. Here's Dopey, and it looks like a reindeer must have escaped from Christmas somehow. Actually, that deer is in the movie. I was just kidding. And here are some of the miners doing their digging. The
miners?
Digging for
you
gems.
Mean the
dwarfs? Of course, I meant the dwarfs.
And this way?
Yeah, that's right. This way, that away.
And again, you had edited this.
Right,
so
that's the right side. We're going to cut over to the left side. And look at how great they look. I mean, very, very nicely animated. And there is the little skunk there. It must be sleepy, being awakened.
I'm looking forward to riding it at night because I think it'll be sort of like the Matterhorn where you go. It's so much more exciting, in the evening.
Right, right. And this is that you really need to see to actually hear. But this is where they start singing the hi ho, and he is like hi ho, and all the miners are now going, or the dwarfs, I should say,
the
dwarf miners are doing their march. Hi ho, right to the.
And you have the shadows on the left-hand side.
For the color. It's very beautiful. I've seen videos from daytime and nighttime, and I prefer the nighttime for all the interiors. You could really see the colors better.
But we'll get a daytime video ourselves when we're able to ride, and you'll be able to see more of the castle, and you can see over here Beast Castle. It
really does look fun to me. I can't wait to go. I mean. It doesn't look like it's a wild roller coaster that if you are afraid of coasters, it would really scare you too much. It looks like it'd be more fun, sort of like the Barnstormer.
Well, that's how they've made it as like a family style attraction. Hopefully, it's more Thunder Mountain than Barnstormer because. Right. That's a lot more, more fun ride.
And here's my favorite part of the whole ride coming up. It's a little surprise. If you don't want to see it, click ahead. It's a spoiler.
Or close your eyes.
Right. Close your eyes. There is Snow White and Dopey and all the dwarfs back in the background. And it kind of reminds me of the old ride. And there's the witch.
It reminds me of Disneyland. I mean, this is
very
the type
Disneyland-like,
of thing that you would find at Disneyland.
So that was a nice tribute to Snow White's Scary Adventure. So I was happy to see that. Anyway, looks great. Another big announcement from the event was Disney's Polynesian Resort is being renamed Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, just like the old days, the original name coming back, which I think is awesome.
I think it's great having the original name. However, I'm not so sure about having a new lobby.
Correct.
I like the waterfall. I mean, this is cute. I like the, the center. If this was a whole new, brand new resort, it wouldn't bother me.
It suffers from our memories. I mean, we grow up with the waterfall, the smell. It's just so relaxing. This will be a tough change to get used to, I think.
Yes.
Well, so far, the feedback from the announcement has been very, very pro keeping the waterfall.
Yes.
So we are pro keeping the waterfall, right?
And we don't know why they're taking out. Apparently there is a reason that we don't know about.
Right.
But I wish that they had really just, even if they had to remove it to recreate something very similar
even maybe
to what
more
they
spectacular.
had. Yes.
Correct. But you never know. They could change their minds. The reimagineer, the reimagineering.
It doesn't happen that often, though. Once, guest feedback isn't always heard.
Right.
And another announcement was the Trader Sam's Grog Grotto.
Totally the opposite reaction to the waterfall.
Overall, yes.
Everybody loves the idea of Trader Sam's. We love the idea. We love the original Trader Sam's. And take a look at this. What appears to be kids in the bar.
I know, it looks like children.
Right. But after careful study, it looks like it's a girl in a red shirt who just has a really bad haircut. So it's not really a kid drinking.
I don't know. How do
obviously
I know
alcoholic
this?
drink. But it's quite funny. It gives us a big chuckle when people analyze this and think it's family friendly because there's kids drinking in the bar.
It does look like kids though, so maybe it is, and there are non-alcoholic drinks.
Look, you can buy a special commemorative drink shaped like, I don't know. Oh, it's an oyster, right? What is that? The thing?
Oh, that is an oyster, like a pearl.
Yeah, a pearl. Yes, there you go.
But what does that have to do with tiki? I guess because it's
tiki.
Water.
You're close to the ocean, or the lagoon.
I haven't seen anything like that at the original Disneyland.
Right. I hope not. I would like to see a totally different take on the whole Trader Sam's thing. I think
good one, though.
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to that. Let's hope that comes along quick. Another thing, Disney's Animal Kingdom Harambe Nights. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, coming up on June 7th, they're going to start at Disney's Animal Kingdom a nighttime event. This is like a concert in the wild, a Lion King concert in the wild. And you can pay $119 for adults, $79 for kids. You get a welcome reception and a street party and a buffet. It is non-refundable, so look at the terms and conditions before you order these tickets. It's every Saturday night through August 9th.
Now, aren't there also celebrity narrators involved?
There are, but I don't really know who a lot of them are. I think David Allen Greer is one, and Viola Davis.
That's why I look at it as a candlelight processional in Africa, kind of, with booze and food and much goodness included.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if we do it, we'll see.
If we scrape up our pennies and pay the $250 for two to go, that's a lot of money.
But we might.
We'll see.
Also, I just want to mention that Festival of the Lion King is coming back in June for day tickets, not including, no extra charge.
Right, in that same theater.
And Disney's doing a lot of special food events lately, don't you think?
Yeah, they sure are.
Where we have one tonight.
Well, another big announcement is the Rivers of Light nighttime show at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park.
And that is to include live music, floating lanterns, and swirling animal imagery.
Yeah, it looks like a world of color with animals and phantasmic and everything else thrown in. So that is a good thing if you ask me. Animal Kingdom definitely needs something cool like this at night. So this is the most exciting thing.
Plus, they're supposed to bring back the safari at night.
Yeah, they always talked about
eventually.
The night safari. Who knows? Maybe the long-rumored Night Kingdom will make a return for $500 a night.
We'll see. And Avatar is due to open in 2017, so we're a few years away.
Right. So anyway, that about covers all the announcements from the event, and we're going to move on to our next thing.
Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Right.
May 1st was the 25th anniversary of the park.
Yeah, and they had a really nice little day. Well, big day, actually. We were there at opening, and here's a happy cast member to give us our special button and
map.
Yes, commemorative 25th anniversary silver map, which was very cool. And there you go. You laid it out on the table for us to take a look at there.
And I thought they were very nice. It wasn't really a big day. They had an event in the morning, and then it was about 9 hours till the next event.
There's 3 special events, plus a cupcake and various things during the day. Here's some Streetmosphere warming up the crowd before the rededication ceremony.
The citizens of Hollywood.
That's right. But they were great. It was nice to have something to warm up. People are just standing around waiting for the show to start. Here's a longtime Disney employee right there. 25-year cast member Don Lampkin. Also, he was the host of the rededication, actually.
Right, he did a great job.
And he was actually there on opening day, and I think he's about to show us a really cool clip there. There is Annette Funicello and Roger Rabbit. from opening day.
It's too bad Annette Funicello couldn't be, here now.
I know. And here is now Vice President of
Disney's Hollywood Studios, Dan Cockerell.
Right. And Dan is going to show us an interesting photo from opening day. He was down here on the college program 25 years to the day that this was taken. There's a picture of him in the same spot on opening day. That's pretty cool.
I know. That's 25 years ago. I tried to do something with Disney, when I was like 17. So they must have started the college program right after I asked about it because they didn't have one then.
And here we go.
Supposedly.
They're bringing up cast members, 25-year cast members to commemorate the occasion. I don't know if they were all 25-year cast members.
think
Some
they
of them
are.
look a little young. I could be wrong.
No,
though.
I think they all are 25 years. That was sort of the point of bringing them up. And I'm amazed at how many 25-year, anybody who stays in one job for 25 years, it's pretty amazing.
Now, these guys certainly were dressed for the occasion. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy all in their black tie finery.
I was hoping they'd be in. I don't think they made the dance party, did they? I would have liked a picture of them with their nice outfits.
Well, they were in the processional, the parade.
I know, but they went right past me.
Now, this is a guest who had attended opening day.
And there were a lot of guests who were here opening day.
We know a friend of ours, David Schiller, had his hand up when they said opening day. So pretty cool. It was really nice. It was just the right amount of time. It wasn't overdone, not too long. The speeches didn't go on and on. It was a very nice rededication. And now they're doing a Hollywood tradition. They're doing handprints.
Right, and Mickey and Vice President Dan Cockerell, but then you have also the guest and one of the 25-year cast members. And I have no idea where this is going.
It's
I
not
heard
going
backstage.
in public. I asked.
Right.
I actually asked these guys that were holding it, and they were taking it backstage. It's going to be displayed for cast members backstage.
We do have the entire ceremony on our channel if you are interested in seeing it.
We will link to that on the show notes. And yeah, I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was a good ceremony, not too overdone, but it would not be a complete ceremony without confetti or something flying at you.
Yes, and
you love that, especially.
I don't like fireworks. I'm okay with the confetti. I just don't like loud.
Well, you did a great job balancing on the wheelchair to get those great pictures.
Well, I didn't balance on the. Well, yeah, I sort of did, but
yeah,
mostly on one foot.
I was very impressed by that. You did a fine job. And we also had the 25th anniversary chocolate cupcake.
I know we always try to get the cupcake if it sounds at least half good. So it was good.
It's also about the presentation.
It is about the presentation.
If this was a chocolate given to me, I'd still have it. But because it's a cupcake, we have to eat it.
Oh,
I have a tendency to
Jeff
keep
means he'll still have it, that he keeps things. Like we still have chocolate from a few years ago, a media cruise on the Disney.
Yeah, we have the
Dream.
Disney Dream chocolate right behind
like
us.
I wasn't allowed to. I was not allowed to eat it.
It was.
So.
It still exists. It still exists.
It does. A lot of things do.
But we did like the cupcake. And look at this big line. This is the giant line for merchandise early in the morning.
Right, and there were guests who were waiting at least like 2 hours for merchandise. We did not.
We did not. Well, we've done this kind of thing before. So, and here's a look at all the merchandise. I had the friendly cast member Joe demonstrate it.
And there was only one item during the day that sold out, and that was a keychain for $10.
Right. I had a feeling that if you just came back later, you'd be able to get in. And well, we'll see what happens.
It was quicker than I thought. Like it was in the mid-afternoon when
I
it was
did
much quicker.
buy one of these nice pins, though. I always like to get the I was there. I had a friend offer to pick one up for me. Actually, his parents were there. So
for an hour and a half. Jason,
right.
The Disney geek
That's
from
right.
California.
We like the geek is a good guy.
Yes.
And here are some props that are left over from the old days of the studios. You remember these?
Not really.
They used to have a Roger Rabbit dipmobile in this area, and you'd take your picture in it. It was a real nice area. And here is Walter. Walter from the Muppets.
I hadn't seen Walter here before at the Muppet Shop, so I thought that was pretty awesome.
So we had lunch at Mama Melrose.
And this is really our favorite place in the studios for a reasonably priced meal.
And it was delightfully air-conditioned
as
well. And look at these top-of-the-line, top Hollywood stars.
They really need to switch these out.
Legends of Disney's Hollywood Studios. It says right there.
Like some of them are from 21 Jump Street. And
Mr. Roper. Mr. Roper.
I think they need to update those. I mean, they were great, 20, 30 years ago, but...
Yes, it's very retro. I love the decor in here, but when you look around, and we'll see some of it later, you're going to see some people you don't really know who they are.
And this is the bread. We're talking about the food. Now we had great service also.
Oh, yeah. Always have good service there. Always have a good time. And this is my big meal here, pork chop. It was really, really good.
With polenta and... there is a little bit of a close-up. You liked it?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. The cost of that was
$22.99,
so it's not cheap, but it was very filling. I mean, I was full for most of the day. And this is your pizza.
This is always what I get when I come in, is like the margarita flatbread. It's $12.99. We usually come in here at least once during Star Wars weekends because it gets so crowded. It wasn't so crowded this day, but you know, $12.99, it's not much different in price than going to a counter service.
Right.
And the food is great.
And there you are with your nice blue, the always blue light from the phone going there. I tried to emulate that blue light, but it didn't work so good.
I don't see the light.
The angle. I had the poor angle. So you have that blue light working good. You look very scary with that.
Oh, please stop.
And here's a few more shots of the ambiance in there. And again, a lot of retro type things. I have no idea who this actor is.
I think it might be from Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know.
L.A. Law. I think he's from L.A. Law, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure who these guys are, but
I know a couple of them, sort of, but not too much. Mira Sorvino's father, I think, was there.
Well, we're kind of tying this whole thing in. We're now going to the Great Movie Ride. Here are some opening day handprints. We heard about Annette earlier. Roger Rabbit, May 1st, 1989. I like seeing these opening day handprints.
Right, and there's Minnie Mouse, and I know we're going to see probably Mickey as well.
Bob Hope. And George Burns, is that George?
I totally missed him, I think. I don't know.
And Goofy. So, I mean, it's very nice. Again, a very retro feel coming from Mama Melrose going to the Great Movie Ride. We really felt the Great Movie Ride is still great, but when you get to the movie at the end,
it feels very old.
It's very dated.
But the ride itself has a lot of classic films, and many of them we have rented, including Footlight Parade, which is a really fun film.
I never would have seen that. Busby Berkeley and all the water kind of stuff. It was very cool.
And there's Sing in the Rain, which I had seen, but you had not seen.
No.
And so we rented that, and the James Cagney, Public Enemy.
The Public Enemy, right?
So we've seen just about every film, I think, in here now.
I like that. I would recommend, if you hadn't seen any of these old films that are in the Great Movie Ride and you're a big Disney fan, rent them. Put them on your Netflix. Give it a chance. You know, you might be surprised. They're actually pretty good. And, of course, everybody has seen Mary Poppins here.
Well, I hadn't seen that till a couple of years ago. That was a really good film, too.
And here's a fun fact, little hidden Mickey. You can see Mickey's feet there behind some of these advertisements in the gangster area. Have you ever noticed those before?
I haven't, no.
I mean, I think a lot of people know about them, but I just thought it would be interesting to see some of those. And again, we'll talk about it a little later, but we did this. This was your first accessible ride that we've done. And here's Mickey. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, because you showed me earlier.
But he's hard to spot. He's way up in the warehouse in the gangster scene, so I thought it would be fun.
He is really high up.
Yeah, he's high. He is pretty high. And why did it have to be snakes? Indiana Jones. But the reason we're showing this is there's another hidden Mickey and a hidden Donald up in the hieroglyphics. You can see it really quick. It's going away now. But why don't you tell about your experience on this ride, your first ride in the wheelchair?
Well, I think most of the attractions are not accessible in that you can transfer.
Right.
Or you can transfer, but you can't sit on the wheelchair. Mm-hmm. So I cannot transfer right now. And because I have the fractured foot, I was able to ride this in the wheelchair, which was very convenient.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
I thought it was great.
And speaking of things working out well, our plan was to come back and look at the merchandise here.
And there was no wait.
What do you know? No wait at all. It was delightful, and we were able to get everything we want. The only thing they had sold out, as you mentioned earlier, was the keychain. And I like those $25.
I think it was because it was $10. It was an inexpensive item. And you see Duffy here. And a number of these items were at the front of the park in the store.
On the way out.
On the way out, right.
And here we are. We actually had our picture together, which was very nice. And there's your Mousesteps purple cast, your new cast.
This is a dedication plaque. Neither of us were there opening day, but we both were there opening year.
And this is always interesting. The cameraman here, it's a statue that's been there for years, right by where the opening day plaque is. Oh, and it's DJ Elliott. He was all dressed up in his tux, and I got to say hi to him a couple times. And this is right before the motorcade, which he warmed up for.
Right, and the motorcade didn't offer any surprises, really. It was the stars of Hollywood Studios.
Right, but Chip and Dale in tuxes, I have never seen that. I think that's pretty cool. They are very dapper right there.
I thought it was a very nice motorcade. You can see here we're in the handicapped area, which was a really great location for us to be in.
Yeah, we have never been in this spot ever, all the years. Oh, it's Sophia the First.
Disney Junior has made a big splash at Disney's Hollywood Studios in the last couple of years.
And look at these Camaros, actually. Not to mention these vehicles. The first one, the silver one, would be nice to own if you had that special logo, Hollywood Studios logo. That would be a collectible to buy.
And Doc McStuffins
debuted
Doc this year at Hollywood and Vine.
Right.
Is now there for, I think, breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, we did that. It was very, very good. We first saw her at the D23 Expo last year.
Right, so she's not been around too long now.
No.
A number of months.
Very, very popular. Doc McStuffins.
Yes, and we have
Phineas and Ferb. Yes, always another favorite, Phineas and Ferb.
They took quite some time getting into the parks, but now they are
they're
entrenched
fully,
here.
yes, fully entrenched is a good word. But they're always a lot of fun. We enjoy seeing them, and a lot of times for special events, they will do some meet and greets also at other parks.
And here we have Belle.
Oh, Belle from the Beauty and the Beast show, one of the longest running shows that is playing in any theme park. So that show has been there for many years.
Are these all Camaros?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know much about cars.
Yes.
And
well,
there's
I
Ariel.
believe they all to be. Yes, Ariel from The Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Another long time, it's not an opening day original. They used to have a movie there, and then there was a Muppet show in her location, and now it's the Little Mermaid, Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
And Indiana Jones, and to me that was a surprise. I didn't realize he'd, be here.
He is an opening day, the actor portraying Indy. They announced he was in opening day. He's an opening day Indy.
He is not. I didn't hear that.
They announced it. Yes. You
really?
need to listen
He must
more
have been
carefully
so
to
young,
the motorcade.
He doesn't look old enough for that.
Brill cream. Or whatever that stuff. Oh, Captain Jack, a later addition to the studio's lineup. And he's recently had his attraction cut down a bit, unfortunately.
We haven't been there since the
been
opening.
there since the
opening of it.
Right, that's right.
And there is Mr. Incredible and Frozone.
Frozone. They made a joke about Frozen. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it.
You need to
Where
go back.
was I?
You were right there. You need to go back. The MC made it. It's from Disney's Frozone. It was very funny.
I missed that. And there is Darth Vader. Somebody said that they ran out of cars.
Yeah, they ran out of cars for
and
Darth
the stormtroopers.
Yes, and we'll be seeing him tonight. We're doing the first Star Wars dinner over at the studio. So
I hope it's good.
A matter of hours.
The reviews on the breakfast
not so good. Yes,
so
we'll have full coverage in next week.
I think dinner will be better.
Yeah, well, it better be. Better be
Hollywood
better.
and Vine is totally set up for that type of a thing.
That's right, and it is Woody and Jesse. No Buzz Lightyear. Woody and Jesse.
Buzz Lightyear did make it to the stage,
yes, he
though.
somehow flew in for the occasion. We'll see him later.
And I think Wreck-It Ralph was on stage.
That's right. And Vanellope. Oh, look, it's Mickey and Minnie in their finery once again.
I like those outfits.
I know everybody wonders why there's a huge crowd that follows the parade. And you know why? So you can see the big moment up ahead.
Right.
We would be following the parade had we not been injured.
Well, I told you could go ahead. I was hoping to try to get out there, but it's almost like a stampede.
Well, look at this. It would have not been good. I like the guy with the GoPro on his R2-D2 hat, though. That's quite funny. And see, all these other characters just came out of nowhere. I really like that. And like you said, there's Buzz, Vanellope, Wreck-It Ralph.
I would have liked to have seen Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope in a car.
It was really nice. And they had a special moment, a photo moment. And here comes Mickey and Minnie again. One thing cracks me up. Some guy up there is holding up this giant tripod. We're going to see that very soon.
It was really the biggest tripod ever.
I would like to find out where I would get that. Look at how high that tripod is. That makes me laugh. And of course, you had to shoot out the confetti and watch it go down like a periscope on a submarine. You'll see any second now. There it goes.
And I didn't see very much of this. I did see the tripod because who
couldn't? But
I was in the wheelchair and it was just so crowded.
And here is the special fireworks. I have to say, I have seen many, many, many fireworks shows at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is the best show I've ever seen. Although I did not see in person the villain show.
Okay, but we weren't there for that.
I've seen the video that Martin Smith, our good friend, shot for us, and I actually like this one. There's music from throughout the whole history, and we will link to this in the show notes.
It really is like the music of Disney's Hollywood Studios. James Michael Roddy is the one who he did
a lot of production with it with DJ Elliott and others.
Always great, does a great job.
Always a great job. We thoroughly enjoyed this, and I think you actually had a very different perspective of it, though. We're gonna get to that soon, and this is, of course, the big grand finale. And we were also told this show was the most shells ever done at Hollywood Studios, except for on opening day. How do you like that?
Who told you that?
Somebody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes.
It was a great show.
And here's your advantage.
This is where I personally like to be for all of the fireworks shows.
Beautiful.
Whenever I can be. And, you know, you get to see the boat. You don't see so much of the hat. And I put up a bunch of the pictures on Mousesteps.
And you can see the Chinese theater there. That's what it's all about.
I wish we could see more of the Chinese theater.
Anyway, great time at the studios. But now, Fogo de Chao, food.
I know. We've gotten invited to a bunch of food events recently, and one of them was at Fogo. This is really one of our favorite restaurants in Orlando. It is a chain in a number of states.
Right. Now, we're not going to get into talking about every single item that
Polenta
you see here.
fries. This is the bar menu.
Right. We tried. They actually gave us the entire bar menu in one setting. These were wonderful, by the way. The spicy shrimp. The grilled shrimp on a skewer, oh boy, were they good.
And they gave us the bar menu. We usually eat in the dining room when we go.
Right.
And the food there is incredible, and I still recommend the dining room if you can do it.
And they also produce their own liquor here. You know, it's they
have their own.
Yeah.
Right. And this is a Malbec, and they produce their own. And this was very good. This is
maybe the best item here.
Tenderloin skewers.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh boy.
Very, very good. And this is if, you know, maybe you're not looking to eat so much, or if you want a little something before dinner, although dinner is like,
right.
Oh my gosh, so much food.
The Fogo experience, if you're not really hungry, then this is a great option. Let's say that you just want to stop in. I know there's a lot of people in the area there, conventioneers, you just want to have a drink, having something light. It's nice that they have the option of this. And it's top quality stuff. I mean, the meat plate was amazing. Everything was great.
I had my first figs. I don't think I've ever had a fig.
You've never had a fig Newton?
No.
Never had a fig Newton. Oh, these were so great. The jumbo shrimp, fresh, cold, delicious. It was boy, I'm getting hungry.
I know, and we're like, okay, well, I can't wait to go back for, you know, again for the dining room because we love the food there so much. These are picanha sliders.
Picanha.
And picanha is something that I had never heard of until we went to Fogo de Chao.
The rump roast, apparently.
It's excellent. And this is the Chilean sea bass.
Oh, boy, that was fantastic. Right up there with the sea bass that I had at Remy on the Disney Cruise Line a couple months ago.
And this is an entree that actually includes a salad bar, but not like the meat skewers. They have 16 types of meat if you're eating in the dining room.
And it's a very extensive bar menu. We actually,
the hot chocolate
they
too.
gave us quite a few drinks. I think you had to drive home that day.
I didn't drink.
Unexpectedly.
I didn't drink too much. So, but the food here in the bar area is as good as in the dining room. They're both terrific options.
Yeah, highly recommend. Again, if you're hungry, you want a full experience, we would recommend doing the full experience. But if you just want some great food, quick, try the bar menu. We thought it was fantastic.
Right.
Now, the very next day, when we finally had our appetite back, we went to another event at the Yard House right across the street.
I've never been to a Yard House. I had no idea. I thought it was mostly beer, mostly drinks and beer, and that's it, and a little bit of food. But they have like 180 different combinations of food.
And that is a yard of beer, which they got their name for. It's very bright, nice looking place.
And they have, I think this is all like original art. I think each Yard House has that.
And you can see the taps. All the kegs are up above, and these are the lines leading to the taps.
They have like 130 different beers on tap, which is incredible.
And we also tried quite a large selection of their menu. So
and it just kept coming out, and it's like, oh my gosh, when does it? There's so many different food items. This is a salad, a steak salad.
That was one of my favorite things. I would definitely get that again.
And just the different kinds. We were each able to try a couple of different drinks.
Right.
I think they gave us
This was a
two
Florida
drink
lager
tickets.
beer. It was quite good.
And this is a Hawaiian Sunset. I chose my second drink also to be the Hawaiian Sunset because I liked it so much.
Yeah, that's rare for you. And this is a interesting drink. It's sort of like a beer cocktail. And it was really good, But I don't know if I'd want it again. There's the whipped cream and sweets to it. So it was nice to try, but I don't think I'd be getting them all the time.
The slider, the beef here is excellent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the food we tried, I thought was very good, but I suspect this place is more about the beer selection and the different drink selection.
They have so much food, though. I mean, and the food, everything we had was at least good,
That's the crusted
if not
salmon,
very good.
I believe, right there.
That firecracker chicken, we really like.
Oh,
that
yeah, I think
too.
we had tried that a number of times.
Yes,
Matter
we
of fact,
tried a couple
I would get
samples.
that again, and this is a fish taco, I think. I would get that again, definitely the firecracker chicken next time we go in there, and we will be back. And a few more different alcoholic cocktails we had here. I don't even remember which ones
We don't
these
remember
were.
what it. And this was actually my favorite, and a lot of other people's favorite. And it's like a fried chicken with mashed potatoes, and that was so good. I had like 3 samples.
Oh, and there is the Disney Fox, Ed Bearden, and I am wearing our other friend's Google Glass. I'm a guy with a flip phone with Google Glass, so it's quite interesting.
And this is a creme brulee, which was excellent. All of the food was much better than I would have ever imagined for what I thought was more of a beer restaurant.
But speaking of beer, there is plenty of beer. I mean, any kind of beer you want, you
Local
can probably
beer,
find
too.
there. Yes,
Cigar
local
City.
beer. Yeah, yeah.
Fogo de Chao and the Yard House are both on International Drive, right by where the Orlando Eye is going up, and they'll have Madame Tussauds and the Sea Life Aquarium. It's going to be a great location. Well, it's already a good location, but it will be a great location, and very convenient.
Yeah, and I can tell you this, we will be back to both, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
And that is another show, another long show. Next week, though, big show number 100. We still have no idea what we're going to do.
I have no idea.
Hopefully, it'll be good.
And we just want to say hello to John and Liz also, who we ran into a lot of people who knew us at the 25th.
The studios. Yes, Todd, who's here now, having fun, going around the park.
And I'm sorry for anybody else we missed here, but it was such a crazy day.
Well, of course, our local friends, too.
Right.
And the Geek and Derek and just so
everybody.
Many, right.
So it was great.
Anyway, that's another show. We will see everybody next week for show number 100. Thanks again to Theme Park Connection, our sponsor, and we will see everybody next week.
Have a great week.